Am I the asshole for acting spoiled over inheritance? My wife, female 27, and I, female 26, had our baby a couple of weeks ago. She came a little bit early and my recovery's been harder than expected, so we decided to wait before letting people come over. My dad, male 57, said that he wanted to see the baby, so we agreed to FaceTime. My stepmom, female 33, invited herself on the call, which annoyed my wife and I, but we didn't have the energy to argue. Stepmom made a comment that I should sort out a will just in case my cancer from when I was little came back, which threw me a bit because it was their first time meeting the baby, and she was just talking about me. I said that my wife and I both keep on top of all of the legal stuff, and I asked if they had a plan. That's bold.
Yeah.
To be meeting your step-granddaughter for the first time, be like, by the way, set up a will in case you die.
Yeah, what?
What?
That is not tactful.
Like, let them live in the moment. God damn. Dad said that should stepmom die first, everything would go to him, then split between me, my nearly 2-year-old half-brother, and any future children, and left it at that. Then I pointed out that Dad is significantly older than stepmom, and he went silent. Stepmom explained that all of Dad's stuff and insurance would go to her, and when she dies, to her children. I asked if I was included in any of that, and she told me to stop being spoiled. I should note that this isn't some huge aristocratic fortune, but they're upper middle class and can afford a lot more than anyone else in my family. My wife and I are also solidly middle class, so we do all right financially. Then I asked if I could at least have the mountain bike. Dad used to spend thousands on bicycles, and there's one we used to work on together when I spent weekends there, especially as a teenager. We even made attachments so that I could ride it with my accessibility needs. Dad told me that he sold it on eBay to make more room when stepmom moved in. Here's where I feel like I could have been acting out of order. I said that it wasn't fair that his new family got everything when we still have a relationship. He said that stepmom's a stay-at-home mom, and they're trying for another baby, while I'm planning to go back to work after maternity leave. I said that I'm impressed he's found a way to continue his streak of avoiding child support into his death, and hung up. Now I'm feeling like it was unfair, as it's his money and stuff, and he gets to decide what to do with it.
I'm a little confused. So
Okay.
the son isn't getting inheritance.
This is a daughter. OP's a woman. Her dad is 57 and married a significantly younger woman.
Right, okay.
And then basically if the stepmom, the younger woman, dies first, OP will get inheritance. But if the dad dies first, which is likely because he's more than 20 years older than her, then OP, his daughter, gets nothing.
Yeah, that's a little fricked.
Yeah.
Yikes.
It's giving gold digger from the new wife.
For sure.
Because why, if you were so family oriented and you were marrying this guy because you loved him and you wanted to be a part of his family and make a family with him, why would you be so anti giving his children some of his inheritance?
And why are you even talking about inheritance when he's only 57? He's not 82.
I mean, I get it because it's important. I feel like because nobody expects to die young, but sometimes it happens. But for her to be bringing it up, like, first of all, this is the wrong setting.
Yeah.
Completely the wrong setting. If anything, she should be like, wait a few weeks or months or whatever. And when this new mom is not stressed after just giving childbirth, maybe be like, oh, by the way, we actually were setting up our will and we heard it's just a good idea financially. It makes your life easier in the long run. So maybe consider doing that at some point. Not on the first FaceTime call you have with this newborn baby.
That's where it's giving gold digger.
Yeah. Like, why did she bring it up? I feel like she has secret intentions, but I don't know what they are.
Is she trying to murder the dad?
I think she might be trying to murder the dad.
No.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was an update in a few months and it was like, my dad mysteriously died.
I hope not. They better get on top of that.
33-year-old marrying a 57-year-old, not inherently weird, but if all you're worried about is your will, like, how long have they been together that they already set up this will?
I was going to say, like, at 33, are you going to be talking about your will all the time?
I hope not. I hope I'll be so caught up in the love of my life that I won't even be worrying about it.
Yeah, this is not good.
Let alone bringing it up when I'm meeting my new family members.
Yeah, this is not good.
This is not good at all.
Get out your monocle.
So, top comment, not the asshole. From what you explained, if mom dies, money gets divided between everyone. If dad dies, only mom gets the money and she does what she wants. All I can say is that's a very dumb arrangement, but nothing you can really do about it. Inheritance is honestly dumb and causes so many problems. I remember when my grandma wanted to give me $80,000 for my inheritance, and my mom instead convinced her that it would be better for her taxes to give her all the money, and she would make sure I got my share. I got nothing. Well, when my granddad died, I got $40,000 and my mom didn't get a single cent. I feel like this is another example of money makes you who you truly are. Like when a lot of money is on the line, selfish people will continue to be selfish and generous people will continue to be generous.
Yeah.
Inheritance is risky, but it's not dumb because it has to go somewhere.
And it should go to family.
Yeah, or whoever you love.
Yeah. But you shouldn't let it like ruin your relationships, even though it does.
I think that's another thing to keep in mind is like, yeah, it's annoying. And sometimes people make decisions about where their money will go and they're so stupid. Like the decisions they make is like, and what was the reason? Like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But it's also their decision.
Right.
So if your parents or your grandparents wanted to leave you $5 or $500,000, it's a gift and it's up to them. And just because it's your parent or your grandparent doesn't mean you're entitled to it. So I don't think you're being an asshole, but I think you set expectations and it's not necessarily right to get worked up over them. But I see where OP is coming from because in her mind, this is demonstrating that my dad doesn't care about us as much as he cares about his new family.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how it feels. It's like less about the money and more about, oh, so you're just going to give all of your money to this brand new family and give us nothing. So that definitely would hurt.
It's really giving Cinderella.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yep.
You're right.
Yikes.
I hope OP doesn't become Cinderella.
Sounding like it might happen.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the advice? I think you could talk to your dad about this. I feel like if you went to your dad in a setting where it's calm and you can both be open-minded and talk honestly, the stepwife will not be in the room.
Yeah.
And you can tell your dad how it makes you feel. So don't tell him that he's wrong or that he should do this or that or whatever. Just say, it was brought up. This is how it feels. Can you tell me why you made that decision? And then maybe that will help both of you understand what to do next.
And I really think, like you said, she can't be there, the stepwife.
No, the stepmom cannot be there.
Especially if she's plotting murder.
Right. Wait, was it the wedding episode where someone was murdered?
Yes, the lake.
Yes, a freaking murder.
The lake.
For insurance money. Or wait, we don't know why.
I think
he murdered her.
Came up with that theory on our own. But it tracked.
Yeah. I just don't love the vibe of young person marries rich old person and immediately starts making the will. Just something about that doesn't sit right with me.
No, and he's not old.
No, he's not old.
Like 57,
That's
like,
young.
You shouldn't, like, you should obviously have the conversation about the will, like you said. That's important. No one thinks about it. But she's thinking about it a little too much.
No, I was thinking that too because also even OP is like, when my dad dies, like, I want to get the mountain bike. OP is 27. The dad is 57. Let's say he lives until he's 87.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you going to care about this mountain bike when you're 57?
That was,
Like, why would you even ask about the mountain bike? That's so weird.
That was weird.
It's almost like they're all planning on him dying, like, very soon.
I know. Is there something we don't know?
Yeah. Like, he's 57.
Yeah.
And she's like, but when you die, can I have the mountain bike? Like,
dude,
are you going to care about a mountain bike if your dad lives
dies?
another 30 years? Like, if you want the mountain bike, just ask him for it now.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to wait until he dies for you to want it.
Everyone's focused on the wrong things in this family.
Yeah, wait, what is going on here?
It's not, something's a little off.
They're all like, oh, he's going to die and I want this and that. And it's like, he's 57.
Yeah.
And shouldn't we be using this as our like last resort?
Right.
Like I would be like scared to even talk about this because I'm like, I don't even want to like think about it.
Yeah, no. Don't put it out there.
Yeah, exactly. Bizarre.
Very bizarre.
I think you need to talk to your dad without the stepmom present.
Yep, agreed.
But don't feel entitled to anything.
Yeah.
Tell him how it makes you feel. Use I words. I feel this.
I words.
Yeah.
Bring emotion into it.
Exactly. That's an interesting dilemma though.